development or trend is this infiltration, conversion, terrorism. This is rocking our society, and it's entirely because there is support from the political elements to these things. Infiltration is because the Congress party thinks that these people all be our voters, so let them come. Sonia Gandhi herself tells her colleagues, if all the Muslims vote for us, that is 14%, and Christians are 3%, so 17%. Then scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, liberal Hindus, those who can be purchased, all will go to 30%. And with 30%, we'll get 160 seats in parliament, and nobody can form a government without us. Either we'll form the government or we'll have a third front government supported, which we will support from outside. So this is the mentality which is there, that you can do anything to the country for your vote bank is safe. And this infiltration is taking place. Conversion, Christian conversion is taking place in a big way in our country, because again, it is being supported by Sonia Gandhi. Terrorism within our country, you know that in Chhattisgarh this time, everybody, the NIA has found from phone records that it was the Congress party which changed the route plan of those Congress people who went on the thing. And the reason was that the president of the Congress party was the founder or the inventor of this Salva Judum thing of arming the peasantry or the tribals to kill the terrorists. And so Sonia Gandhi wanted to sacrifice it, because that was the demand of the Maoists, that they will help you in elections if this man is sacrificed. This is something which this government will never allow us to prove, but I am sure that it will be there. Same thing with the LTT also. A lot of support from Congress party. I am not saying this. I was, at that time when Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated, I was the minister, law minister. I had law portfolio with me. I appointed a commission headed by Justice J.S. Verma on the security failure. And his report, which is now collecting dust, says that the security arrangements made for Rajiv Gandhi were perfect, but they were deliberately disrupted by congressmen. And this should be further investigated. That report was put under the carpet by the successor Narasimha Rao government because of pressure from Sonia Gandhi. And they set up another circus called Jain Commission, which ultimately came to nothing. So all these developments are dangerous because there is political involvement. And we have to make sure that these terrorists do not get their way. And you have to take a tough stand. I went to Kashmir on 22nd of May. I have a party unit there. BJP does not have a party unit in Srinagar, but Janata Party has. They are 100% Muslims. All Muslims who say Kashmir is a part of India. They are even in our party function. It was started with the song of Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara. And I went and addressed the meeting in Lal Chowk, where all the terrorists live. And there I announced that no, Kashmir we will never part with. Every inch of Kashmir is ours. The pressman asked me, what about Jawaharlal Nehru's promise of holding plebiscite? I said, go and ask Jawaharlal Nehru. So they said, why? You are not bound by what the previous government decides. I said, no, it's not previous government. I, as a minister, investigated when I was a minister the offer of the promise of plebiscite by Jawaharlal Nehru was not a cabinet decision. It was never put before the cabinet. So I am not bound by it. Then one pressman jokingly said, how can we meet Jawaharlal Nehru now? I said, go and talk to a terrorist, he will send you there. So afterwards, I had a huge crowd by the Kashmir standards. There were 3,000 people. And all of them told me that the only reason we cannot come out openly against terrorists is that they do a propaganda that India, like they gave up, like the Hindus gave up on Pakistan after saying no, 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 then they gave Pakistan. The same way they'll say no, no, no on Kashmir, and finally they will make Kashmir give away Kashmir. He said, you remove this uncertainty, we will come out in the open. Today the terrorists are threatening us. Oh, wait, another 2 years, India will leave Kashmir. And then all these delegations go there, autonomy, this and that. So, our whole problem today in terrorism is only lack of firmness. The only time the firmness was shown was shown in Punjab when that police DGP, Sadaji, I forget his name, Gill, he wiped them out, all unethical means, but he wiped them out. How can you have human rights when you are dealing with terrorists? They are not only, Geneva Convention only applies if it is a regular army fighting. And I did it in Tamil Nadu, which is why the LTT is so mad with me, or the remains of the LTT. There is no LTT left now. But in 1991, we dismissed the DMK government, and I was a minister, and we wiped out the LTT from Tamil Nadu. After that, LTT could never come over ground. So you have to deal with terrorists with a firm hand. There is no negotiating poor people. What poor people? Osama bin Laden is a billionaire. How can you call him a poor man? All these chaps in Kashmir, they've got huge bank accounts all fed in by ISI. So that is another thing where we need firmness. Otherwise, India is going to have a lot of problems. If this kind of, there are a lot of politicians who pay money to terrorists to help them in the election. I know one politician in Jharkhand, he comes to parliament because he pays money to the Naxalites. So this kind of trend comes, then we have had it, our country will be broke up.